Come on, listen, he has to go back to Ukraine. He can only save democracy one country at a time. So we're going to have to, in Malcolm's honor, be alpha liberals. All right.
Good. I like that. Alpha liberals.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Gavin Newsom's ad, Malcolm, that's the 2022. You must be so struck by fighting to help Ukraine save their democracy when ours here is also under threat, and we have got to, it's about our freedom to love who we want to marry, who we want to love, our bodies, our right to vote, you name it, right?
Yeah, and you know, I have yet to see those liberal billionaires people keep talking about.
Yeah.
All right, Republicans will put $100 million to change a piece of legislation over 10 years.
Yeah.
They'll just drop $100 million into your pocket to Donald Trump and the rest, on the strength that they will get it done or they will force it done.
Yeah.
Our guys, you know, I don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have much concern about the end of American democracy because, you know, fascism.
Yes, I said, as we do our show from a basement.
From a basement. Yeah. Why isn't this in some fantabulous West Hollywood skyrise being funded by a liberal billionaire? Because I don't think there are any. I think once you become a billionaire, once you become a multi-millionaire,
we've said it till we're blue in the face.
You love money.
They don't get.
She flat out asked George Soros for money to his face.
Oh, really?
Yes.
On the show.
On this show.
And he said no.
Yes.
I was like, all right, well, let's clear that up, that I'm not Soros funded.
Yeah.
But here's how you're an alpha liberal on Twitter. I don't even know who Jason Church is. But he said, our military is putting wokeness ahead of readiness. Malcolm just said, I'm woke enough to say to you, Jason Church, you are an idiot. You're yet another pro-Trump summer soldier begging to be given a public paycheck for exhibiting ass-hattery and beclownment above and beyond the call of duty. Hashtag not given, sir.
Well, I got to tell you something. I know the guy's a veteran. He lost his legs in combat. Yeah. But you know what he was proposing?
What?
A new Oath Keepers.
Great.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, Robert E. Lee fought for the United States government. He was commandant of West Point before he turned on us. Don't use your military experience and your military service and even awards that you have for valor or your Purple Heart to propose a new anti-government extremist militia group against wokeness in the military. You know what we call that? We call that serving with honor.
Yeah.
All right, you know what? Let me tell you something. One of the best soldiers that we have in Ukraine, or had in Ukraine, she's back in the States right now, having ankle surgery, was the medic. One of the medics we have, a female Navy medic. Both female Army medics quit after the first bombardment.
Yeah.
She stayed for 3 months. Her nickname's Baby Doc, right? Big, chubby sister. But Baby Doc, everyone loves Baby Doc. They know if they get wounded, Baby Doc will come. Guess what? I don't know whether she's straight. I don't know whether she's, transgender. You know what? I don't care. I need Baby Doc. Baby Doc comes. That's the military. It's not woke. It's equal. It's diverse. We take the strengths of every individual and we use it for the betterment of our nation. And in this case, the defense of Ukraine. But you think we're going around, you throwing words like woke around? Get out of here.
This is what Tammy Duckworth always says. When
Tammy
I lost my legs in my
yeah.
helicopter, I didn't care who was coming to save my life. You know, I mean, it's...
Tammy Duckworth saved her crew while critically wounded in crashing.
Yeah.
Right? I'll take a Tammy Duckworth any day.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what I'll take any day?
I was trying to get her to run for president. You guys remember?
I know you. I see you. Listen, you are serving on the school board. Malcolm Nance serving in Ukraine.
Yep.
I'm humbled before both
Stephanie is serving in her basement.
Good morning, Karl.
Good morning.
Well, hey, we were just...
I'm very jealous.
Yes, I know. I'm jealous of me. Hi, he's taking a picture of me. Hi, I'm me talking to Karl.
That's for my daughter.
Okay. All right. By the way, can we talk about your daughter on air?
Yeah, you can talk a little bit about her.
Well, I thought it was really striking, Karl. The fights we're fighting here with, Clarence Thomas and Ted Cruz coming right out and saying, yeah, we're coming for marriage equality. This Russian tennis star, by the way, just came out against the war in Ukraine and came out as gay. And, I mean, it must be... This feels like Russia. Like she was asked, Karl, when do you think it'll be okay to hold your girlfriend's hand in Russia? And she said never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that we're becoming Russia, in terms of the anti-gay stuff is really chilling.
Well, and that's why you have a lot of the right supporting Russia in this, right? They see a Christian nationalist country. Make no mistake, they're not really Christian.
Right.
It's Putin's use of religion to control people. So that's why they support him. That's the, aside from Trump kind of, pointing them in that direction, what's keeping them there is the Christian nationalism and the bigotry in Russia.
Yeah. But I mean,
that's true.
The fact that, Carl, did you ever think you'd see this in 2022, that they have to try to codify marriage equality, which is,
Yes.
now supported by...
Unfortunately, I did.
Yeah.
For those of us who remember decades of not making progress on LGBTQ rights, when they started happening, it was all a little surreal. I'm very happy that we have marriage equality and that people can serve openly in the military, and that we have protections from discrimination. But we're fooling ourselves if we don't know that can be taken away at any moment. I've watched this Supreme Court, long before they overturned Roe versus Wade, slowly chip away at voting rights, slowly chip away at the Civil Rights Act. These things are only as strong as people willing to protect them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even Mitt Romney took a shot at Clarence Thomas. I don't know what his level of concern is. Mitt Romney, when he's concerned.
Deeply concerned, yeah.
But, just that he's obviously, Clarence Thomas has gotten out ahead of even the other justices in saying this, writing it down, as you said, when someone shows you who they are, specifically when they write it down for you, believe them. He wrote it down.
Right, he used Arial bold font.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah. But do you agree, Carl, as a former political strategist, that this election's all about saving democracy? It's about freedom. They keep saying they're a party of freedom. We don't have the freedom. They're telling us, here's what you can teach your kids. Here's what books you can read. Here's who you can marry. Here's what you can do with your body. I mean, how do we got to grab that issue of freedom and run with it, right?
They don't just want to control what books you can read. They also want to control what books can be sold. So, look, this is about liberty. This is about freedom. Every election going forward is about protecting our democracy. Giving a foot is a step in the wrong direction. So I think I've been hearing about
vote like we're Ukrainian, right?
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've been hearing polling. Things are looking good for the Senate, and a lot of suburban congressional districts are looking more and more favorable by the week. I think people are waking up to what is going on in this country.
Well, can I interject here for a moment? Okay, it's time for me to be the alpha liberal in the room.
Okay.
Okay, I'm liking that term. We should really popularize that. Not good enough. All right, I don't want to hear it's looking favorable. I want people to say it's going to be a blowout this November.
Yeah.
Well, it's only going to be a blowout if people
vote. Well, that's what I said.
I'm
I'm tired of going, we might get 2 Senate seats. There's 8. There's 8 we can get. Let's get 8, right?
I see these polls with Joe Biden at 33%. That means 30% of those respondents are progressives or liberals that are negatively viewing Joe Biden. Because it should be 66% approval rating.
Right.
But no one got their, particular piece of candy that day.
Yeah.
So they don't want to vote. And, that's ridiculous. This is the end if we don't do it this November, people. The end of democracy. So I don't want to, Carl, God bless you, but I don't want to be hearing from people that it looks favorable. Carl needs to come back.
Well, what happens when somebody wakes up the next day, right? Are they, weary because they put everything on the playing field? And they left nothing to chance? Did they make every phone call they could? Did they knock every door that they could? Did they give every dollar that they could?
That's right.
If they wake up the day after Election Day and can't honestly say to themselves that I left nothing to chance, I did all of those things, then they're not working hard enough, because it's going to take all of us working as hard as we possibly humanly can to continue winning these elections.
Save American democracy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, I don't know what you're expecting tonight, Carl, but boy, this is, now we're probably not even at the end. I mean, they're saying this is like a season finale, not a series finale.
This is the mid-season break.
Whew. But I mean,
I've got the Jiffy Pop ready.
I think we're going to expose a lot of these, insurrectionist Congress people. That's what they're going to spotlight tonight.
Boy.
The cowardice and how they were cowering on January 6th compared to what they're saying now. Oh, peaceful tourist visit, yada yada. I think we're going to see
cowering
outtakes
is the operative word.
Yeah, outtakes from Donald Trump. I just think I think this is having a bigger impact politically than they thought it would.
I agree. I think it's impacting the exact right people. Look, there are going to be people that will never believe anything, right?
Yeah.
You've seen the videos from The Daily Show of them showing videotape of Ivanka saying that she agrees with the assessment of the Attorney General, and the right-wing Trumpers saying, like, well, this is clearly doctored video. So you're never going to get those people.
Right.
But there are people who are waking up to what's going on and what has gone on. And, the more of this that they see, the more dire it becomes to them.
Yeah.
And that's pushing them in the right direction.
Yep, absolutely. And just in terms of on a school board level, that's what they keep. So we've talked about this before. They say that's what they ran and won on in Virginia. Like, oh, we're the party of parents. Well, the other thing, I think Uvalde has, not just Uvalde, but it being one of God knows how many. I do think that's going to be on the ballot as well, is the freedom not to get shot.
Yeah.
The freedom to have your kids not get shot.
Right.
I thought David Hogg was so great yesterday. Hang on, what did he say? He said, he tweeted this, and he was speaking yesterday. He said, the guns in Parkland, Buffalo, El Paso didn't come from Mexico. They came from the U.S., and the shooters were inspired by racist, anti-black, anti-immigrant manifestos that rhyme with GOP talking points. You know who else has said that? Malcolm Nance in his book.
Yep.
That is another issue we have to grab, right? That's the thing, Malcolm. You went through this. I just started. In the first chapter, you talk about the mainstream media. I think is scared of saying these are Republican talking points. All of these shootings, just about.
Right.
These are Donald Trump inspired massacres.
They are sorry.
Yeah.
I had a little coffee cough there. They are afraid of the very fact that it's not a thread, it's a circle that's drawn around all these activities that spell out that we are in a campaign by the conservative right, by the Republicans, to knock down America, to destabilize the country. These shooters are just individual points, but they're all the same. They are all for the same thing.
Yeah.
White supremacy, a white nationalist state led by Donald Trump. This is an insurgency. An insurrection is just one point. An insurgency is a generation-long campaign.
Yeah.
And now the Republican Party is going 100% insurgent. They won't govern at all.
Yeah.
And then the shooters are the paramilitary terrorist section of that. Then you have the typical Trump voter who will, could come out with militias and start taking over terrain or government buildings or inciting rebellion.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's gotten way worse than when I finished that book.
Yeah.
Way worse.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck, Carl. Thanks for joining the Doom and Gloom show this morning.
I've already ordered the book, and I hope everybody else does too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it to #1, y'all.
Yeah, let's do this.
Make
All right.
them read it.
Thank you, Carl. See you.
All right,
A
bye-bye.
full-size Carl segment next week.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for sharing this week. All right.